Alright, welcome to Johnny's JCCR Racing, where we're taking on Bathurst, and it risks to be a very smashy race. Oh, there we go. Well, there's Smash 1 of the day, or of the evening. So we put in 5 or 6 laps after doing our live last night at Bathurst. Got the time down from 220.8 to 219.1, I believe. And before we're being pitted against the fastest driver running a 118, a high 118, and now, even though we're still in the C League, for whatever reason, GT7 feels like I should be racing against people who have a 217. So very fast for the C League. Hey, good evening, Super Doofus. Thank you so much for making it in, buddy. How are you doing? And guess what? I'm driving your car here. I'm driving the 458. Oh, wish her happy birthday for me. And yeah, don't be in. Spend the birthday with her. And it looks like I could have used a little more practice before. Sometimes you get off for 24 hours, you get back, and it's just not nearly the same driving. Oh, very well. Happy birthday. I'm not a happy birthday singer. I'm sorry. Even at parties, I just kind of mumble along. But happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. I wish you a wonderful birthday. Have a great night. Enjoy. I wish you the best of health and great happiness on your birthday. To an incredibly productive and exciting year to come. Oh, we got pushed, and he just ruined his race and ours. So 2 races ruined. That's all it takes, because, well, that's the crashy of Bathurst, and we're not even getting back on the track. We are going to be disqualified. Well, that is all done. So we'll go do try to bring down the qualifying time, get it down to a 2:18. Bathurst has been a brutal battleground, at least for me. Let me know how it's been for you. Always love the live chat. So 9 o'clock race, starting with Deep Forest Raceway, because this is turning out to be such a battlefield. But in the meantime, planned on doing Bathurst. It's my favorite race, one of my favorite races. Top 4 favorite races here. So let's just try to get some qualifying in. Even if we get down to it, no matter what time we get to, it looks like the C League will just push us in with faster C drivers. But the good news is that the Ferrari is a real lightweight. This thing gets pushed around. Those weren't that hard hits, and it completely took us out. But the Ferrari, at least in qualifying times, was very quick. Now, I actually got used to driving the Mustang GT on this track, and you can really rev out that Ford Coyote engine. Whereas it's surprising, this flat plane crank V8 can't be revved out quite as much. chasing down the Ghost. Gotta stick closer to it than this because it's hard to observe its the Ghost brake points when we're this far behind. That's why we've set it up so that each section resets. You can check that under Ghost options. Turn in on the 458 though is really hard to beat on these slow to mid turns. The turn in is absolutely incredible. Absolutely love it, but yeah. Major crash on Bathurst. Really hard to avoid getting in some rather unpleasant situations. On the slower side. There we go. Just need to nail the shift points. Every car is a little different. Just got to get used to driving the 458. It didn't take me that many laps to get down to the 219.1. So 1.7 seconds faster than what I could do with the Mustang after a lot of practice. Need to go through quicker there. So as you get into live, let me know what race you're racing this week and what car you're using, what brake balance. I know this is a little bit odd to be at +2. Really ideally I'd have it set up on the steering wheel. You might want to try this at home. Set up your steering wheel so that your brake balance, you can play around with it, because there's sections of this race where I definitely would benefit from being at -2 for the brake balance. And then for the last third of the race, definitely be better right after this downhill section. Definitely would be better to have some trail braking, better trail braking abilities. So thank you to the 729 subscribers. Really appreciate it as we try to every week learn and grow, go from complete beginner to winner as we take on what's often a new track every week. At least new to me. You've been racing GT7 for a while. None of these tracks are new to you, but some of them, even though we've been racing since December 24, some of the tracks are still new when they pop up. Like Deep Forest Reverse, I am completely lost on. Alright, so let's shave 1.5 seconds. Got my big boy pants on. Time to buckle down. Anyways, to get faster, you gotta push it to the limits and sometimes crash. We are getting faster if we can avoid eating the wall. Hitting wall is never the fast way around the track. And I guess we'll try one lap with brake balance at 2. I'd say the key to getting faster, even if you're starting from really bad, which was my first few laps on this track, to getting somewhat respectable of a time, I think comes down to being willing to try out different cars, different brake balances. General rule of thumb is the cars that you drive the most, you'll be the most consistent with, at least for the race, but hit the fastest qualifying time to start higher up on the grid, which really helps. You start top 3, well, you just have less cars that are going to mess around with you. Less chance of getting bumped all over the track. Let's get ready and set up for the next race. 219.4, still not the 219.1 I got, and I would like to get it down to the 218s. It would be nice starting in 3rd. And a congratulations to the friends list there that we can see. We got AHR Porsche GT in the 214 club, unbelievably fast. Congratulations, DSR Sim GT running a 214 or a 215. Cosmic Man 5, 215.9, Lead Pencil 216.2, Filmus GT with a 216.3. Wow, congratulations guys. That is fantastically quick. You can check out Filmus GT. He's got a YouTube channel. Fantastic driver. Here we go. Let's see what we can do with qualifying time, some official practice time, and see if the practice time can help us get in a podium win without getting destroyed. So far, we're running 3rd last night when we got completely destroyed and sent off track. Let's try -2 out. A little less trail braking, but maybe just a little bit more last minute braking. And at the yeah, they're still turning on this, not bad. At the 50 marks is where we brake for the first turn 1 and turn 2. At least those are my break points. You can share me yours. Share with the community. We're hopefully all here to learn and grow together. So at the 50. We lost the car there, so I do like the trail braking aspect of being at +2. Mind you, for the top of the hill, being at -2 and having firmer, stronger braking, shorter braking distance really was helpful. So I think the key would be just for this section, with the trail braking on high, because these last few turns are, this turn is a major trail braking turn. Went through there probably 10 miles per hour too slow. And I guess the happy medium would just be 0, because here, it'd be better to be in the minuses on the brake controller. Last chance. And we're running Aussie Pug's Mario Kart livery, so thank you very much, Aussie Pug, for the great livery. There we go, much better. It on the downhill section, so just gotta fix the downhill section. We should be running a 218. Thank you very much, Ronan47. Really appreciate it. Much appreciate the support. That's as men, or just as human beings, that is how we best learn and grow. It's from supporting one another, learning from one another. There we go. So we got down to 218 something, 218.7 or 218.8. Let's see where that puts us. They just mixed us in with even better C drivers. Wow. Oh, my lap didn't count. Well, that's unfortunate. We would be starting in 4th, but they've counted the lap didn't load in. Well, I guess we'll just have to produce it again. No point in crying over spilt milk. I'm just going to make sure I get in and catch some of this. If there's live chat, I don't want to miss it. Yeah, we pulled the 218.7 or 0.8, but looks like it won't count. So we're starting in 7th. I'd say a nasty place to be starting because there's a lot of cars in front of us that can destroy us. Yeah, fingers crossed. Thank you so much, Ronan. Much appreciated. So we're going to go with brake balance 0, happy medium, because there's sections of this race that I really would like to be at 2 or 3. And then there's other sections that I'd really like to be at -2 for the brake balance for some faster braking. So I guess 0 is going to be the happy medium. So nothing too exciting there with the brake balance at 0. Radar is absolutely crucial here. following all these Genesis, sea of Genesis drivers here. Braked a little, I braked a lot too much there. Starting to gain there, but I hit a little bit of wall from the sounds of it through the speakers, the headphones. I'm not sure if you picked up on that. Definitely sounds like I ate the wall, or someone very close behind me did. Safe Smart Driving picks us up a position. Just had to hold out. Ooh, the Genesis flies through those downhill turns. It is the absolute meta car for this track, but the Ferrari 458, it sounds great, it looks amazing, one of the most beautiful vehicles ever designed. One of the best engines in regards to, well, sound, power. I don't know about reliability because, you know, it is a Ferrari. But one of the coolest engines, I should say, ever built. That, and I do have a lot of respect for the 5.2 liter Voodoo engine, which also has a flat plane crank engine, like this Ferrari. Something that's pretty cool is if you want a flat plane crank engine and don't want to buy a race car, because generally they're kind of just in race cars, there are only a handful of vehicles you can actually buy and drive legally on the streets. But the Maserati, I believe it's the 4000 GT. Maserati, like roughly a 2006-2008 Maserati, uses Ferrari's flat plane crank V8 engine, and the benefit is a super high revving V8. Ooh, if I miss the apex, I'm going to be way off time there. And of course I get past. Yeah, good pass, waffle fries. I pooched that one. Foobarred it. Oh, the fun of sim racing, teaching discipline and persistence. Oh, and we've been hit. We've been hit. Easy place to get in cheap shots. And we got a cheap shot taken on us. So that will... It's not as painful as yesterday when I was in... We were in third when that happened. Oh, the death hill. I now know why some people call this race butthurt. Still eating wall at on the downhill, final downhill section. Well, now all I can focus on is try to get close to that or beat that top lap of 223.5. I'm way in the back. Well, chances are pretty good. Turned into a lawn mowing experience. So yeah, it's unfortunate too that it happens in lap 1 or lap 2, because well, it's just not that fun racing at the back of the pack after getting destroyed. Oh, this chaotic sea league. I am I've got the Mario Kart livery on, and we just got Bowsered pretty hard. Yeah, absolutely. Why take someone out in the corners when you can work with them on the straights and both end up faster, moving ahead, passing people. Slam down the throttle once we get to the middle of the apex or where the inside marker is located. Well, Ronan, thank you for bearing through Bathurst. Much appreciated. Much appreciated that you're living through Bathurst. Aussie Bug, what is up, my Australian mate? How are you, buddy? Howdy. We're getting butthurt at Bathurst pretty hard, but hey, we weren't in third like last night when we got taken out. What is it, right here? I was trying to go through the section quickly too to not get rammed in the back, but sometimes people say, I don't need brakes, I've got other cars on the track. One thing's for sure though, the Mustang was beefier. The Mustang was able to take the hits from other cars and not just completely get destroyed. A little more stable when it would get the hits. This Ferrari, when it gets the hits, it's gone. Tight list golf ball, this Ferrari. Oh wow, Aussie Bug. Solid stuff. Oh, that was slow through there. Excessive braking. Aussie Bug, I'm loving the Mario Kart. Loving the Mario Kart livery you got us here. You or your wife or girlfriend, cheeky baby. And yes, thank you followers. Thank you for sticking through the great races where we nail podium and the excitement is high. And the back and forth racing with other drivers is, well, back and forth. Thank you for sticking through these horrific battles. See how this looks like from the back of the vehicle. I've never been through here while watching the back of the vehicle. This is unique for me. Interesting. Definitely see a lot more than in cockpit view. Ooh, 149. I need to go through there at like 144, 145 if I want to pull a good lap. Last lap, get it at least down under the 220s. Sometimes you gotta start from the back, and sometimes that's where we get the cleanest races. when we're coming from behind, we don't hit someone. Some drivers are good enough to note that and won't hit you when they come back to, you know, meet you up in a corner. Really get an idea of the whole track without this significant. Yeah, some people just race into every turn and they're like, oh, I'm gonna pass all sorts of people here, but really it's just because they're excited and they forget their brakes and end up using other cars as their brake points. Wrong positioning, so went through the first part quickly, but then the last part extremely slowly. Yeah, from this angle, you really know when you can throttle down. Pretty nice. Great livery, Ozzy Bog, man. I really appreciate this one. This another great of yours. No, fast laps are not made by missing the apex by that much. Got to get my braking in a little earlier, a lot earlier. Well, I think I need something that can battle out better. I'm getting fast qualifying laps with the Ferrari. Sure, I can get down to 217 before the end of the week if I keep practicing with the Ferrari. But this thing cannot take a hit. Oh, the 911 on race C. Maybe that's where we should... I'm not even looking at... I'm not calling out who won. With how violent that was, we were all losers. All right, so 9:30. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I really like doing qualifying laps at Bathurst. Really enjoy it. I find, yeah, that race definitely has a rhythm to it. Racing mediums here. Now, I don't know Deep Forest in reverse, so... Let's see how this shakes out. Hopefully we can get two laps in, because I will need the practice desperately. Because I'm going to start with like an E-class time here. BB at 0, right on. Thank you, Ronan. Really appreciate tips from the JCCR Racing Pit crew. And I should actually have the map on, because I do not know where I'm going. Oh, this is a gorgeous vehicle. Look at that big back end. Absolutely gorgeous. Whew. Ooh, okay, so that's where that turn's going to be. Yeah, that's right. It's in reverse. Let's try that again. Get down into the view. A whole lot of slip and slide. The 100 board, fantastic, thank you. Great tip, yeah, braked at the 100 and or thereabouts. That went well. No crashy, crashy, smashy, smashy. I like it when there's no crashy. Oh, this thing is an unknown factor. Well, right now, this race is kicking my butt. It's an unknown beast to me. Oh, I've got no rhythm here. This is gonna take, I'll just have to drive really slow. Not in a position to be pushing the course. Always follow these brake lines. Always a good indicator of where I need to be. Mr. Knight Rider Jim, good evening. I got my butt hurt too badly at Bathurst, and now I'm just trying to console myself here back in GR3 racing. Lick my wounds. I'm going to catch a live chat right in about a minute 8. I don't understand, I'm having trouble controlling my Porsche. I drove too many other cars. I've cheated on the 911. And now I have no idea what I'm doing with it whatsoever. Oh, sorry, this is painful and embarrassing. Well, persistence will triumph. Finding the back end a little squirrely. Maybe I'm going in the wrong direction here, but maybe -1 and I'll have a wee bit less trouble with that back end on that last turn. Okay, so Ronan saying you hadn't learned it until Phil dropped it on you Saturday. Okay, so Phil must have had this race as in his lobby. Yeah, no, Ronan, I can't imagine. Tom, without his Ferrari, it would be devastating. All right, so let's see what we can do here with little to no knowledge of the course. We've got 4 laps in. Hopefully we won't be quite as lost. Driving a little slower is probably going to be pretty key here. More progressive push on the throttle. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Mr. Knight Rider Jim, for that excellent tip. I will try to be easier on the throttle to keep that squirrely rear end on the last turn, because, yeah, I was kind of mashing it in. I guess I got used to the GR4s. The GR4s, you really smash that pedal with very little or no negative impact whatsoever. Brake balance, I still don't quite know where to go. Usually run the 911 on -2, especially when I don't know a race, because I'm a bit of a last minute breaker, even when I do know the race. I'm always pushing by how late I brake, and I should be pushing more in regards to how quick I go through the corner. Smooth feels slow, but is actually quite fast. Getting all smashy with the pedals here, mashing them in and out isn't the way to be quick. Okay, so Marco throwing out some dirt right at the beginning of the race. Oh, Okay, a little, oh, traffic. And a wee bit of a hit there. But just paint trading, nothing wrong with that. Did not get speared, so I actually really appreciate that. Maha go go. Gonna stick it in 5th, keep it in 5th here. Maybe first for proper rotation through there. Try not to pick the penalty up from going too far over that apex. Looks like we're just at the limit. Slam it down the hill. Get it in 2nd for rotation. And alright, we made it through a lap. No crashy crashy, barely any smashy smashy. Good, progress. Oh, 15 laps. What did I get myself into? Alright, so I guess we've got a tire change. Let me know if you've raced this race, what the tire change is. If it's mandatory. Medium's mandatory for the whole race. All right, good. So no tire switch. Can we do all 15 laps? Oh, just gave him the mushroom. Nothing to spin him out. We were traveling at very different speeds there. Lambo seeming pretty fast for this track. I'm not sure what the Metacar is here, but glad to be using the 911. I feel the Ferrari would be fantastic here for it's not going to be a high contact sport like at Bathurst. I find the Ferrari has incredible turn in, is really good on the medium, slow and medium turns. Chowder pouch. I did not change the oil, but I guess we need to pit on lap 8. Good to know. Changed the oil on the Shelby GT350 and it was a surprisingly I'm sorry, friend. I'm gonna wait for you. I am very sorry. Maha go go. There we go. Yeah, the RCZ really looks like it takes off here. It's acceleration, low speed acceleration being good for this track. Oh, looks like it's very bumpy at the bottom of the pack here. Starting to get the hang of the track though. Just need to make sure I'm not traveling at a greater speed than the cars in front of me. When going into a turn, accidentally did Maha go go. Very a real dirty. Sorry about that, friend. Alright, back to the pack. Let's see what we can do. Can we climb the ladder? Every lap I've got a bit more chance to get faster because we are starting from we can play around with the suspension on this race. Definitely could try to go for it. If I lap now, will the second set of tires last? From the wear so far, it would look like the answer would be yes. I could pit early. Nope, sorry, all the way, then brake at the 100. Okay, didn't, not what I expected there. Did not mean to do that. Oh, pit now. Oh, I'll pit next time. I will pit on lap 6. So we have to put the hards on. All right. So I have the mediums, and I've got to go to the hards. Good to know. Oh, I think he wasn't happy with my cut. Back, and it gave us a little blast from behind. Only mediums, fantastic. Monty's doing well, thank you very much. Fellow 911 with a very nice livery. Would you look at that? And Monty's doing well. Thank you very much for being in tonight. Thanks for making it, buddy. Must not cross lines. Hey, Aussie Pug, fantastic, congratulations. Yeah, nice job, Aussie Pug. Okay, so we didn't have to pit? I thought we had to pit. I'm sorry, I misunderstood the crew here. I thought not pitting was not an option, that we pick up a penalty or something like we normally usually do on these 15-lap races. Nice. Yeah, if you're 546 in the world at Bathurst, Aussie Bug, you certainly are getting used to the wheel. Right on, mate. Congratulations. That's fantastic. So all your wheel components, remind the community what you go. I pooch this. Remind the community what you got for a wheel. Missed the apex by a full mile. Good point. The tires would at least be extremely difficult the last few. That's right, I gotta only start braking at the 100, not earlier. Thank you very much for the race strategy. We will get faster because I'm not sure I'm willing to go back. I love doing qualifying laps on Bathurst. I'm sure we would, well, we did get the 218. We got it down to 218 something. Didn't seem to count and get picked up by the game though. Love racing Bathurst with friends. I love doing qualifying laps with Bathurst, but I am not a fan of racing GR4 with Bathurst when people are all about the pushy and the smashy. Ooh. Gotta get back into focus. Alright, time to start getting faster. Put it all together here. Not brake. Big boy pants on. Cool though that run going towards lap 10 and there's still, you know, cars around. The gapping isn't too bad, still some passing to be done, still a lot of challenge and fun to be had. There we go, time's coming down. Oh no! Oh, shucks. I'm gonna wait for him to, oh, he's already back on track. All right, I'll get back on the throttle. Yes, and I'm glad that they're giving out penalties. I really deserve that penalty. I missed my brake point and slid right into him. Probably should have sent my car in the opposite direction, in the left towards the wall to avoid the collision. right. So I need to get considerably faster because 10th is gaining and we've got 2 seconds to pay off. The 2-second cold shower coming up. Well, I'm happy though because my lack of success on this race is all down to my driving and my lack of experience with Deep Forest in reverse and has nothing to do with, you know, well, I find last night was probably one of the more frustrating situations where if you're in third, if you're in a podium position and you get, not by your own mistake, but just get destroyed on a turn. I feel like it's 80 degrees in my basement right now. Well, Ronan, thank you. You're very kind for the providing kind support. It's one of those situations where someone could easily be bullying me for this driving and these results, but it's certainly nice to get a little support. I think I'm going to try to run it out, not pit. Definitely handle tires that are more worn than these. I just need the tires to have at least a quarter left to them. I'd like to be in the AC right now. Oh, the lots are starting to feel a little smoother, less choppy, meeting less concrete. Fire pit is for the fall, and a fire pit feels fantastic. When the days are hot and the nights are cool, that is when it's time to bring out the fire pit. Okay, so I'm starting to learn the turn. That's one we can definitely go from the complete outside to the inside. And the question is, will I start closing the gap with Maha Gogo? We've got 4.6 seconds between us. Nope, Maha Gogo is gone. He just gained a second on us from that lap. But we are building ground on 12th. Originally there was only 8 seconds gap, now there's 15. Chatterpouch, how do you mean? Which way, in what manner would we fix the car? Please give a little bulletin presentation. Be much appreciated, mate. Still doing that last minute braking air, which the Ferrari is very accommodating to. Yeah, last lap is gonna get greasy. Brakes fully to the rear is what you would suggest for the 911. I wouldn't mind trying a bit of that. Maybe just try it at 3 just to see the difference. Oh, fantastic, Chatterpouch. Thank you very much. Yes, the front tires do need tread because they're the ones that do the grip and stick and are all there for sending us in the right direction. All right, let's take it to the shop and fix her up. Thank you, Chatterpouch. Oh. Alright, so congratulations to Cybex with a first place win with the 911 and fending off the RCZ, driven by Mitch, paid for in full, racing the Ford GT race car. Not very many people have that car paid for in full, that's for sure. And we had another RCZ with We the Man. So congratulations, let's see how. I'm sure my safety rating's gone way down, rightfully so. I messed up bad. And yeah, the JCCR pit crew making us faster every week and bringing us podium wins pretty much every week. Just Marco making a good point, saying you win some and you hit some. Yeah, I gotta actually say sorry. I'm sorry for that. That was not very good on my part. Too many mistakes made, but love seeing that the safety rating for the most part here didn't go down, but very forgiving race because we knocked someone off track and our safety rating didn't go down. So weird stuff. Yeah, Ronan at that two, yeah, very unfamiliar, very unknown 2 laps, and then we got into racing, and yeah, both practice laps, I ate wall like nobody's business. So let's see what we can do here on the car. Get the oil change in. And body rigidity, you're saying it should be green, so sure, yeah, let's go for this. And this will make a difference in how the vehicle behaves on the track. And engine overhaul, why not while we're here? We've driven this thing a lot, put it through a ton of abuse. And while we're at it, let's give her a wash. Oh, she shines. Well, we'll have to come back tomorrow night. And before that, I want one qualifying lap. Now that I've got a decent idea of the track layout, see what I can do in the Ferrari here, because I feel like the Ferrari is just going to be just right on this track for me. Folks, what would you run the Ferrari on? Yeah, if only getting our cars fixed in the real life would be that quick. Oh, Ozzypug, yeah, we've got the RCZ. We could try out the RCZ here. I'm less familiar, honestly, with it, though, than the Ferrari. We just raced the Ferrari in GR4, got some decent times. And we've got racing mediums. Do we even own? Yeah, we do own them. Great. And let's see, top racers, what are they? Oh, okay. I see. 458 Italia, though. With the friends is up there. Let's see. All right, Ford GT, RCZ. Oh, the Alfa Romeo. Very cool. I like the Alfa Romeo. Just 4-cylinder engine. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's not quite my cup of tea. Chatterpouch, yeah, I thought we did change the oil. Oh, on this car has barely been used, so I don't think it's gonna need an oil change. What do you guys run this at? I'll try +4 for now. Definitely like that camera position. Give me a good idea on who's coming up from behind. Oh, the braking on this is nice. The turning on this is really nice. That felt great. I just have to pretend like this isn't. Yeah, Chatterpouch, I generally have a rule of not driving French cars as well, so I'm going to pretend this is a 911. There's zero trail braking through that, so not good. That whole turn needs to be trail braked. Mowing a little lawn. This thing's got incredible turn in. I wasn't expecting it to turn in that much. Now, is this an early shifter or a late shifter? Okay, turn after the tunnel, shift the second. I think I got that. Okay, so second through here, if I understood correctly. Yeah, that went nicely in second. After tunnel, second as well. Pushed it a wee bit too hard. Not fast lap so far. My last attempt for the night. If this is a car that's meant to be revved out, then I like that quite a bit. Not the biggest fan of the early shifters. Finally getting the apex, so that will definitely help with overall speed. Different behavior through there than the 911. Chatterpouch, what are you letting us know? I'm gonna catch what you've been writing. Alright, so those are my attempts for tonight. That is a done deal. So Chatterpouch saying he doesn't drive French cars, and Ronin47 said turn after the tunnel, shift to second at the apex. Chatterpouch writing Renault is the only French car I would drive. It was my first car at 16, and you blew the engine like 3 times. Chatterpouch, that's like my Toyota MR2 experience over at Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, and it's been at the mechanics now for 3 weeks waiting for a muffler to get in, but the rest is hopefully all corrected. It's not making the engine squeaking noise. It was the belt that needed to be tightened. Ronan, good night. Thanks for sticking. All of you, thank you so much for sticking through the night with me. That was some pretty awful racing. I will try to be back with some better racing. Thank you so much for sticking through. Very blessed to have you along for the ride, folks. Thank you so much. I wish you the best of luck. I wish you all more cars, more power. Hope you get to put the pedal to the metal on a car that you love sometime real soon. Aussie Pug, thank you so much for making it in, and good luck, mate. And congratulations again for making it to 546 in the world at Bathurst. Right on, man. Right on. Take care.